Hey guys, it's Jordan here from Coinbureau Trading. This is a tutorial on the hedge trading strategy. This is a strategy that I have learned from pro traders, and it really is one of the best ways to milk the market, especially in range-bound times, such as the range we've been seeing in the markets for the past month. Be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video to get all of the important information. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and let's get into it. Be sure you are taking advantage of our WEEX campaign using this QR code. This is the 4-hour time frame on Bitcoin. The first thing to do when using this strategy is to identify the current range. The earlier you're able to do this, the more trades you can get within that range. To identify a range, you need to first find clear support and resistance levels. Here we can see on the 4-hour time frame a clear support level, which has then flipped into resistance. This gives us the upper resistance level of our range. And here we see the clear support level, which gives us the bottom of our range. Once we have these two levels, we go in and drop our fixed range volume profile. Remember to include all the current information, and this is a tool that you will need to keep expanding on your charts to include new information as it comes in. There is a full tutorial on the fixed range volume profile on my personal trading channel, so be sure to watch it to understand this indicator properly. This indicator really is the basis of this trading strategy, but you will also need very strong other confluence. And for this, we will use market Cipher because it is the best well-rounded indicator to give us all of the confluence we need in a very quick and simple way. If you haven't yet watched my videos on market Cipher, they are on the Coinbureau Trading channel, and they are very important, especially for this hedge trading strategy, so make sure you catch up if you missed them. After establishing the current range, the earliest trade we could have potentially gotten into was somewhere from this level. So let's zoom in and have a closer look to see what happened. You will have to watch my trigger wave and divergence strategy videos on market Cipher to fully understand this. So if you haven't seen them yet, pause here, watch those strategy videos and then come back. What we can see here first is a red trigger wave, but as I explained in the strategy videos, you do need to see the 3 levels of confluence of the VWAP crossing and the money flow pointing down. We can clearly see here that money flow was pointing up, so this trigger wave was a no-go. We would then wait for the next red trigger wave above the 45 line with all 3 levels of confluence. And here we can see this trigger wave came in, we had the VWAP crossing to the downside, and then we did have money flow pointing down. This gave us our 3 levels of confluence, and we were moving down from a tap of the value area high of the range. This is where we come to the magic of the strategy, and that is how to manage your trades while hedge trading. I will make another video on how to make sure that your margin mode is correct on your derivatives trading platform, but make sure that you are in a dual direction mode, meaning you can open both longs and shorts at the same time, and make sure that you are in a combined margin mode for your trades so that when you open new longs, they are added to your current long position, and the same with shorts. Here we can see your short position would have come in somewhere in this red candle, and of course you need to make sure your stop loss has some buffer above the previous swing highs. Then according to my strategy, this is also a matter of preference, but I do prefer to take my first take profit at a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. At this first take profit, I will also take my stop loss and place it just above break even. This again is a matter of preference. Your next take profits will be at a 1-to-2 and a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, and you can leave something on the table to get those max levels. And make sure that you are using your high volume nodes to give you insight into where these reversal points might be for maximum take profits. Very important for everybody to take note of is our new campaign with WEEX. And really, it is very easy. WEEX is making it super easy for us. For the first $50 futures trading bonus, all you have to do is deposit $100 and trade a $10,000 volume. A $10,000 volume might seem like a lot, but actually it's really easy to achieve by using leverage. You can then also see that you can earn another $80 trading bonus simply by depositing $500 and reaching a $20,000 volume. This also then goes up for those traders who have access to higher margin to deposit $1,000, reach $100,000 in volume, and receive a $100 trading bonus. If you are a futures trader hitting higher volumes, you can see here that if you hit a $10 million volume, you can claim a $1,000 USDT bonus, right up to a $12,000 in total if you manage to climb the ranks of all of these volume levels. This level here is also where you would have gone and opened your long trade. We can see here the green trigger wave dot did come in below the 45 line. We also had VWAP crossing up and our money flow was pointing up, which is our trifecta for the trigger wave strategy. And there you could have gone and opened your long trade, again trying to make sure you leave some buffer below the previous swing low for your stop loss. Then bring your first take profit to a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And if you like, you can set a conditional limit order at this price for when your take profit comes off to place your stop loss above break even. You can then set your next take profits at a 1-to-2 and a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. The real idea here is to try being long and short trades at the same time. And here we can see at this current point, we would have still been in profit on the short and the long at the same time. Here, according to my risk management, we would have finally had the long trade close after most of our take profits, and then we would have the next opportunity here to reopen our short trade. This time we are getting a better entry higher up. We're also getting a stronger entry signal, which is the bearish divergence here on the 4-hour time frame with the VWAP crossing and the money flow pointing down. So now, even though we have made at least 3 take profits on our long trade, we don't close the long trade. This trade would have hit stop loss after the take profits. Now we are reopening the short position up here in value area high with a really nice bearish divergence entry signal. And again, we place our stop loss above the previous swing highs with some buffer. We then rinse and repeat the strategy. At a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, we take our first take profit, and if you want to be very risk managed, you can put your stop loss above break even. This does depend on your risk appetite, and we can see here you would have then managed at least another 2 take profits at a 1-to-2 and a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio before coming up to hit your stop loss at break even. If you had a stronger risk appetite without putting your stop to break even, your trade then would have gone on back into value area low to give you your final TPs. So now remember that you would still have this long trade open, as you have not come down to hit any stop loss at break even or down at your stop loss depending where you placed it or if you moved it. You would have hit multiple take profits but kept the long trade open. This is where you now look to add profits that you have taken back into your long trade. Of course, it is ideal to add below your entry, but if you do see strong entry signals for the long, such as we did here when we got the green trigger wave below the value area low of the range, you could have added to your long trade and of course brought your entry slightly up, but gone on to hit some nice take profits, but still not closing the trade. We can now see that at current, if you didn't put your stop loss to break even, you still would be in the long trade and the short trade. This is the beauty of the strategy, as when you are sitting at fair value price, you are sitting in profits on both your shorts and your longs. And here we can see the strategy at the time of recording, currently rinsing and repeating. Of course, every range will eventually break, and that's what the stop losses are for. Make sure you only add to your positions in either direction when you are getting the strong entry signals from the value area high or value area low. The idea here is to milk the range in both directions so that you are outperforming the market. And when the range breaks and you finally hit a stop loss on either side, the small loss incurred there doesn't really matter because of all the major profits that you have taken along the way. I know the strategy is confusing at first, so please ask any questions you have in the comments and I'll make sure I answer all of them. The strategy is also not for everyone. So if it seems interesting to you, backtest it on demo. And if you have good results, then go and try it with small amounts first and incrementally increase your exposure.